Hi, Mom. I'm making a video outside right now. The bugs are flying all over me, but it's okay. I look kind of ghostly, but it's just me and you. So um, I've done my research, and there's lots of terminology, lots of technical stuff, but I have a stack of notes. I feel like I could make a case for why I chose the one I chose, and I'd be excited to go over it with you if you wanted to, but I know it's kind of a lot of numbers and jargon. But I am prepared to um, answer any questions on why I chose the Pecron 5000 LFP. I've made this video like 5 times already, but something kept going wrong each time. Now I've got the little thumbnail right here. I hope it's not backwards. Yeah, it's kind of backwards, but yeah, and I'm shaky too. So, well, you know what I'll do is I will take um, a picture of it and send it so you can see it better. But um, Pecron is a good brand. The most popular are Bluetti, EcoFlow, and Anchor. But next in line is the Jackery and the Pecron. And the Pecron is a very good brand. Now, each company has their strengths and their weaknesses, and each time they're always trying to outdo themselves with their next system. This particular system is pretty amazing, and I've done my research through, of course, YouTube, utilizing real world scenarios, um, the AI breakdown of what its capabilities are, and what I will be actually using it for, which I tried to dedicate my research towards running our air conditioning. And it looks like 98% sure that this little powerhouse, which is on sale for basically $199.99, that price is practically unheard of for systems that are big as this. This is a 5,000 watt system. It's got a 7,000 watt inverter. It actually can take 6,400 watts of solar panels, should you ever have that many solar panels. Um, Now, most of the air conditioning, the window or otherwise, uh, can't. They have a really solar power, solar generators have a hard time running those unless you have a air conditioning unit that has its own inverter system in it, which ours does. Ours is a 12,000 watt BTU inverter air conditioning system, which means that the compressor doesn't go on and off. The inverter that's in the air conditioning just has a nice level, like this. So there's no major spikes to push the power unit to, cut out or choke. And even so, there's still excess room for the system should it need more. So, this is great. Now, typically, a system like this it's a 5,000 watt hour system, usually costs $4,000 plus dollars. This one right now is about $1,999. You can also get them on another location for $1,899. So I can't believe I'm saying these big ass numbers. Uh, and it's also expandable. I know that I was not against the expandables, but I always thought there's got to be a workaround so that, because they're kind of expensive. But this, because Pecron's got such a nice price range, and they are just as good. I can read hundreds of reviews where people are like, yeah, Bluetti's great, EcoFlow is great, Anchor's great, but the Pecron does just as well. Um, I really did put a lot of time into making sure I had just the right thing, because there's so many options. Everything from getting two smaller ones and dueling together. But like I said, I have a stack of notes, and I'd be happy to go over them with you. But At this point, I feel confident that this Pecron F5000 LFP power station that has 5,120 watt solar generator can and will run our little Medea 12,000 BTU inverter window air conditioning with some room to spare. And like I said, this guy can take 6,400 watts of panels, which is like gnarly insane. This will leave, maybe $1,000 left for the panels, which is perfect. I can get just the right amount of panels and have plenty. I could probably get at least, depending on where I get them, whether I get them from like Renogy on Amazon or if I go to some distributors that I know here in town. I can get these great panels. They're the ones I would really like. They're called N-type, just like the letter N type. The N-type panels are the best because even if you have some shading on one side of the panel, it will not shut down the whole usage of the panel. What it'll do is just take it from that spot and just continue to run the rest of the panel. I'd also like some that are bifacial, which means that they can collect sun from the back side as well as the front side. Now, there are some panels out there that are N-type and bifacial, and the prices have like dropped like a lot. So even somebody like me can go, I would like a panel that's N-type and bifacial. I know I'm already at 6 minutes, 53 seconds. Oh my God, there's so many bugs crawling all over me right now, but it's okay. Now on Amazon, you know how it is. There's basically many locations. Look at there. Can you see the bugs? Oh yeah, he just flew away. I'm like covered in bugs. But see here, I know it's super blurry. I really wanted you to see it, but I'm too shaky and look like a drunk, shaky person. Ooh. Now some of the drawbacks are it's 120 pounds, but you're not gonna get anything that's light. So once we set it down somewhere, it's gonna stay. I measured every spot in the trailer. I've measured under the bed to see how much clearance I had. I've measured the location between the foot of my bed and the headboard of David. There's a location there. I also measured out underneath the sink, which if I needed to, there's a flimsy first shelf. I can easily remove that shelf and and just lay it flat, underneath the sink doors, lay it flat on there. It feels strong enough. The first shelf, obviously, it just blocks everything and it's just a little flimsy thing. There are other locations I could talk about that. And I was also taking that into consideration if I bought a different unit, where it would go and all that. But I think my heart is set on this guy. I mean, just huge bang for the buck. Reviews are really good. There's 4 or 5 fellas on YouTube that I go to for info to learn things, and I've been doing this for fun for a couple years now. I mean, I don't know it as well as they do, but whenever I would feel good, and I wanted to learn about buying a unit, or learn what I could do with my unit after I bought it, and just try to learn. There's 4 major guys, and they're like pretty popular on YouTube, and this basically what they do, is they test run every new power system out there and get their reviews and stuff. I can't believe I'm doing this now. It's a big deal getting this thing, you know. Living up, living up to what you think of me now is all I want to do. I get sometimes a little scared, like, is all this gonna disappear, or what if I, all that what if stuff. But if you continue to have faith in me like you have been, I feel like I can do anything. It worked for college. I do wish that we were. Oh God. They look like little big termites. Actually, I don't think you know, they're not dangerous or anything, but they like the light a lot. Let me see. Wait, can you see that? Wait. Who is that guy? What is that guy? Ah, he's down my shirt. You son of a bitch. Okay. um. What is that guy? Yeah, there's like hundreds of them out here. So, yeah, okay, I guess this is long enough. Yeah, there's so much I want to tell you, especially, before I forget and stuff. I mean, there's stuff, obviously, that I'm going to tell you that I'll never forget, but I wanted to tell you some of the more recent stuff. Um, I guess that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff. Um, oh, oh the refrigerator, or the ice chest. It's still cold. Hold on a second. It is still cold, like ice cold. Like the cheese is cold, the meat is cold, the yogurt is still cold, and the ice is still there. The water is still cold. It's like, I mean, it's been. Is this day 3 on our? Um, are you there? Oh no, it's so dark out here. I couldn't even tell if he was there. Sorry again. I look all ghostly and icky, but it's right. It's not going on television. But anyway, my eyes are just shot from trying to read, and concentrating is still one of the things that's not necessarily have caught up to where my spirit's at. And that part's really hard, trying to read and concentrate, especially deeply, uh, even when it's fun. So, okay, 13 minutes. Okay. I love you, and I hope I am able to get this to you. Remember that system now. What I do is I go to YouTube and I upload it onto my channel, and then I can send it anywhere. So yeah, if you go to order it, don't order it with the panels, because I'm going to get the panels separate. It's called. I'm going to focus on my panel array after I get my system, but actually I know exactly what I want. I'm just going to look for the best type, because you have to be very careful too when you're buying solar panels. You have to make sure to keep them within what's called your open circuit voltage. It's you have to stay within the voltage between. They give you a bottom and a top number, and I want to make sure to get panels that can also work on the Bluetti. So I'm trying to find the right panels that will work with the Bluetti in their open circuit voltage and the Pecron. So okay, if you need a picture of it, let me know. But basically, it seems like you could go straight to the Pecron store to get it. Yeah. Like I said, I've seen him for different prices. $1,999. I saw one $8.99. But yeah, I think most of these will get you right to the store, like, or just go visit the store. I usually always like buying things from the store, and then if I don't, I make sure that it's got 5 stars, like, all the way. By the way, this can expand up to 35 kilowatts. I mean, 35 kilowatts, that could run 3 of my previous households. So maybe building upon something you already have by buying the secondary batteries is a really good idea. And that'll give David and I something to focus on should we want to expand, which we already do know we want to expand. We're going off grid, baby. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to go to bed. I'm so tired. David had a good day, though. He went to go visit his sister, and then he got back at 5:30. And Brent from the church came and picked him up, and he got to go to Wednesday church. And he just got back, and he's got a little radio with takes C batteries, and we were listening to the 80s and the 90s, outlaw 80s. It's kind of fun. I haven't got to hear that music in a while. It makes us feel young, but not dumb, just young. I also think we saw some UFOs last night. Maybe there's satellites. I don't know, but one disappeared before our eyes. I was like, okay. Yes, I love it out here, Mom. Absolutely love it out here. I can't wait to have like a dinner or lunch, with everybody. Okay. Tell Keith I said hi. All right. Bye.